All righty. So, you see that? And then you see me. Hey. So, I'm showing that because I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran. So, today is July 4th, and it is literally 9 years since I served in the Air Force. So, I wanted to record this. And I'm going to show here. So I literally served from July 4, 2011 to July 4, 2017. And here is this statue of my U.S. history, Black American history. So I've taken a picture of this before. This was put up, I think, a year ago because literally today was a year that where I wrote a review, and I wanted to show this on July 4th because, like I mentioned, I served from July 4th, 2011 to July 4th, 2017. So 6 years active duty Air Force. I am wearing my service dress shirt. People think it's a flight attendant shirt, but it's not. It's Air Force. I'm just not wearing all my blues with it. So it'll be the jacket and the pants. Obviously my insignias and all that. But now that I've been out for 9 years now, today I wanted to symbolize this. So this is a part of U.S. history that a lot of people try to deny, but this is my Black American history and U.S. history. So then also the U.S., so the United States of America flag is over here. I don't know, I'll walk around, but as you can see, the flag's back there, and then the flag there, and yeah, here. So they have the colors, and yeah, I just wanted to show this. I had to correct somebody today because he thought this was a flight attendant shirt. And I was like, no, I served active duty 6 years. So he went quiet. It's like, yeah, like I don't have to always state veteran. You can see it here, but people don't usually take the time to pay attention. So here, I will go up here. Now, I usually don't like showing where I currently live, but I will show that after I show the United States of America flag, or as I just say, the states. Because really, I always mention to people, when I lived in Britain, when I lived in South Korea, when I visited other countries, it's like, they always just say America, but it's not. It's the states, because each state is literally different from each other. So they're like miniature countries. Because some people just assume it's all the same. Like, oh, you can get to New York. You can get to New York and it's right there. No. Like, it takes forever. So there, you can see on July 4, 2026 today. And then here we go. The Capitol. And it says 250 years for the United States. All right. So, yeah. I wanted to show that quickly. And it is humid. As you can see, you probably see me sweating. I did not grow up in the South, so my body is like, what is happening? So I'm only stay out like as briefly as I can and try to get back inside because humidity makes me tired, literally zaps my energy. And let me just come back and I'll take a photo. That's pretty much what I'm gonna say for July 4th, 2026. yeah, I don't really have much to say because, I mean, U.S. history is, as I tell people, you got to look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. So some people want to just look at the good. I look at it all, because if you're going to talk about the good, you need to talk about the bad and the ugly. And after what we're seeing here, my ancestry, then we had racial segregation, Jim Crow law. So I just want people to understand, like, you got to talk about it all if you want it to be, you know, truthful, because just hiding some of it or not talking about it is not going to help it. You're forgetting other cultures like mine, my Black American culture. And it's not even just my Black American culture that was impacted by transatlantic slave trade, as well as Jim Crow laws, racial segregation. So, yeah. All right. And I want to show who was allowed. I looked up this. Where did I see that? Because there was an actual sign when I was parking. Yeah. So there is 2 big universities here, and this is one of them. Voila. So I'll mention it. FAMU and FSU. I never heard of FSU or Florida State University until I moved here almost 4 years ago. I didn't know what people were talking about, and then I found out, oh, okay, it's a university well known for like sports. I'm not shocked, but yeah. And then FAMU, I only knew about FAMU because of my Black American culture with marching bands and HBCUs, or historically Black colleges and universities. So yeah, and yeah, it's just, you know, it's interesting to see here where I currently live, just that dynamic. The universities are very close to each other. That was new to me because I was like used to, you know, universities being like spread out. And what I realize is this, where I currently live is an actual like small city or a town is how I would describe it. It's literally a big loop. It is not that big. So it makes sense now why the universities are so close. But yeah, I just wanted to say this is July 4th, 2026. All right, and this is my small Independence Day with my active duty U.S. Air Force service. So I did, like I said, 6 years active duty in the Air Force. My first base was in, I'll mention, New Mexico, state of New Mexico. Second base was in South Korea, and my third base was in Britain, or England, as people say now. So yeah. All right, bye. Yeah, voila. Bye. All right. All right, hello. So here I am in my apartment. It is humid. Where I currently live, you're gonna hear me mention that in my video I'm gonna put this video with, where I'm outside and I'm speaking about U.S. history and a statue. Today, like I've mentioned also in that video, is my 9 years since I haven't served in the Air Force, active duty. I served U.S. Air Force active duty 6 years. And that was from July 4th, 2011 to July 4th, 2017. So it's been 9 years, as you can see, that I haven't been in. And what they have done at each duty station I have worked at, or base as we call it in the Air Force, They give a plaque. And then the last base you attend and work at, they give you a going away plaque. I keep these to myself. I rarely show these, but today, because it's July 4th, 2026, right now it's about like 1:30 p.m. I just finished doing a few errands. I'm going on vacation soon, so I had to get an extra suitcase because I'm trying not to take too much stuff, and a few other things. All right, so I'm going next week to Brooklyn, New York City, one of my dream places to go, so I'm super excited. I'll be there for a week, so I took off work for a week. So on to my plaques. So I've gotten 3 for each base I've been at. So I'll mention my bases again. I won't mention the names, but the location. My first base was in the state of New Mexico. My second base was in South Korea. And my third base was in Britain, or Great Britain, or England. And then after that, I actually stayed in Britain for another 5 years, which made it a total of 8 years I had lived in Britain. And I returned to university for career change and got, from my first British university, I graduated with my bachelor's in accounting and finance. So bachelor's of science in accounting and finance, and my master's of science in forensic accounting at my second British university. And then I moved back to the States almost 4 years ago. So where I currently live is new to me. So I've been here now for almost 4 years. So here are my 2 out of 3 plaques. I'm so sorry I'm sweating, but I don't care. I need to take a shower, so I'm not trying to do too much. Now, they are personal, so my direct supervisors did the damn thing. So this is why I do not show these, because these are mine. Not many people need to see it. One of them, the glass, let me so I'm going to show it quickly. And then it shows my name. So I keep it in this container that it came in, a cardboard box, and then I wrap it. But I just want to get it, because I don't know how to show it. Yeah, I'm only going to show these plaques when I'm in like my official place, like property I want to live, and then have them like, you know, in a certain part of the house, just so I can see them, because I don't like showing these, because these are for me. These I don't show to other people unless I really feel like, you know, hey, like I want to show you, because these are personal, in the sense that my shop, so I worked NDI, or non-destructive inspection. So I inspected the aircraft for any defects or no defects, and we used up to 7 or 8 procedures. So I'll list a few. We did X-ray, eddy current, penetrant. So I handled and worked with hazardous chemicals, and we would use black lights. So yeah, so I was using some dangerous chemicals. So I can't move this one. It literally, I don't know why it shifted. But practically in front of my name, it shows senior airman, and then it gives my name. So as you can see, I served in, this is my South Korea plaque, and it was from you can see July 2013 to July 2014. And the quote, I absolutely love it. So it represents me. It says, "The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page." And for that quote to be in there, that's why it's so personal, because I love to travel and drive and live in other states and countries. I just absolutely love living life like an adventure. And so for my direct supervisor to choose that quote I have never heard of and put it on my plaque, I absolutely loved it. So yes, so it means a lot to me. My last one. Now this one is huge and I absolutely love it too. Now this one I really don't like showing because this is custom made. So I do not know if you can see that, but voila. So that is literally the tail of a jet. So this was, this was my third base in Britain or England. And we worked on either F-15s or F-16s. And this is literally the tail. And a certain shop, maintenance crew shop that I worked alongside, they can build these. So they custom made this for me. And still today, I mean, I'm keeping it nice because as you can see, not many people can say they got this type of plaque. You hear me? And I just love what they put on here. So I won't read it all because, like I said, it's personal and I don't need I'm not giving all my personal, you know what I'm saying? Like this meant a lot. So I'm just going to read a little bit. It says my first name and then it says Miss Full of Pride. And there's the rainbow flag, as you can see on it. And it gives my last name or surname. And then it literally lists July 2011 to July 2017. So 6 years I served. And then it gives all of what I did. and then they give a quote. I'll give the quote because the paragraph above it is the personal part. It's from my shop in Britain that I worked, the base I worked at. And so they really made this personal for me. So I appreciate it. And I'm keeping it so nice. And the quote that they put at the very bottom says, "Still I rise, Maya Angelou." So, yeah. But I just have to show that again because I am absolutely like floored. When I had seen this, I said, oh my goodness. Like, so yeah, I've only shown maybe a few people of these two plaques. Now my first plaque ever is smaller, and that one was a plastic. It was nice. It was like kind of like an award plaque, but I am sweating like crazy. I don't care. It kind of reminds me when I was in basic training. It's like, you know, I was out there like uniform all the way through ABUs and sweating like crazy, marching everywhere. So this is reminding me of that. And so that's why I'm like, pfft. And I cannot stand humidity. I didn't grow up in the South, so I'm trying to get used to it, but I can't. It makes me so tired. But yeah, I had to show those plaques when I was in the Air Force because it means so much to me. And then I'm wearing my service blue dress, shirt. It goes with an actual outfit. It's like a dark blue or a navy blue. And you probably have seen it, and we call it our service dress. I don't wear all that because I'm not in the military anymore, and there's no need for me to wear that. But I like wearing the undershirt because every now and then it reminds me of, you know, the work I did when I served. And I worked maintenance, like I said, NDI or non-destructive inspection for 6 years. So yeah. All right, I wanted to share that on July 4th, 2026. So these two videos I'll put together shows what July 4th, 2026 means for me. So it is my small Independence Day according to my U.S. Air Force active duty of 6 years. Because literally I left July 4th, 2011 and finished July 4th, 2017. All right, bye.